Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about why women are more likely to test you when you relapse, and why they're more likely to submit to you when you're on semen retention. Because the thing is, when you go on semen retention, and what you start realizing that submission from an attractive woman is probably one of the best things ever. Because like if you're not putting up, if she's not putting up a fight, and she's basically submits to you, she submits to your values, your character, she basically submits to who you are. She finds out that you're kind of like maybe in charge a little bit, if you want to call it like that. It's probably one of the best things ever, because like that's what men and women are psychologically hardwired to desire. The thing is that men aren't in their full masculine role, so it's hard for a woman to be in her full feminine role, and vice versa. It's very hard. So the best thing for you to do, if you're trying to like get her to submit to you, get her to think that you're very, let's say, you're like you have a direction and you're going somewhere. Basically, it'd be better for you for you to go on retention and then do that. Because for some reason, once you relapse, I'm not sure if it's maybe the energy or something, but one, you might get overlooked, and two, they might just test you. They might really just test you to see who you really are. They might really just test you, and it's up to you. It's pretty much up to you to pass the test, because they're gonna test you. They're gonna say things. They're gonna ask you questions. They might mock you a little bit. They might do these things to try to get you off of your masculine frame. And the person who pretty much passes the test is pretty much known as, let's say, the lover, the person who is more likely to be, let's say, with her, than the person who doesn't pass the test. If you don't pass the test, then she's going to think you're not really truly on your purpose, and you get timid whenever someone tries to push you off guard. The thing is, like, when you were a kid, like, it was, you might have been raised to shut down every time you weren't feeling happiness. And this is the prerequisite to freedom. You have to express your emotions in every type of way possible, whether if it's negative or positive. The best way to be finally free in your life and have freedom is to feel all of the expressions, all of the emotions that were bottled up, and feel it. You might want to cry, you might want to take it out on your pillow, you might want to shout, you might want to be really happy. Just feel all of the emotions that were pent up, and then feel it, and then express it. You might want to be by yourself if this happens, but if you do this, you're gonna find a hope of freedom. And this is pretty much very valuable, because if you can do this consistently, you never have a void in you, because there's this thing called a heat transfer. And the thing is, like, a lot of people are not really happy with some aspect of their life, so they have to take it out on other things. And if they start taking it out on other things, then it's gonna be more of a, you're not gonna be fully developed and fully happy. And yeah, she will start testing you easily. And the thing is, like, this is subconscious testing, because for some reason, if you retain, the tests are not going to be as much, because it seems like you're just more confident with yourself. You're more confident. You look at her in the eye, and you're just very, you're direct with what you want. Because the thing is, being passive is pretty much the antidote, is pretty much the reason why you'll never really get ahead with, let's say, women. Because a passive man isn't really a man that she really wants to be with. She wants to be with a man who expresses his emotions, who lays down the law, who tells her what is right, who basically tells her his values. And if she likes it, then she does, but if she doesn't, then there might be a compromise. But it's someone who's basically, let's say, a pushover really isn't going to get anywhere. If you're a pushover, then like you're pretty much gonna think, you're pretty much telling her it's okay for her to walk on you. She's not really gonna respect you as much. The best way for her to respect you, the best way for her to submit to you is to respect you, and respect comes from being on your purpose, laying down the line, telling her what you like, telling her what you don't like, respecting yourself. You can't let other people treat you how you want them to be treated if you don't treat yourself that way. And like I said, when you go on retention, it's a lot easier to do this, because the thing is, like, when you've built up the seminal fluid, you're gonna increase your testosterone. You're gonna increase your testosterone, and once you increase testosterone, it's easier to act out as what you want. Because if you have pent up, let's say, if you have more estrogen, because the thing about some certain type of drugs, they have estrogen in them, and then estrogen is like the female hormone. And if you have more than that than testosterone, then she's gonna look at you as more of a friend, not really a lover type. Because the thing is, I even read on this, I was on Instagram stories, and one of the girls posted that guys who are very, like, let's say the nice guy, they put those type of guys in the friend zone. And this is from first hand. This is from a woman. So if a woman is saying all of this, then what does that tell us? It tells us that whatever they say and whoever they're actually with are two completely different things. They say they want a nice guy who treats her right, but pretty much they want someone to spike up their emotions. That's what they really deeply desire. They want somebody to spike up their emotions. They want somebody to change how they act just because of their mere presence. If you can walk in a room and you can have, let's say, your mere presence makes her want to switch how she is acting and makes her want to go into her feminine state, then you pretty much have an advantage over other people. Because, like, if you have the authority and let's say the testosterone enough to do that, then you're pretty much looked at as what we like to call an advancing man. Someone who's always about his purpose, and someone just because of your mere presence, you're making her act in her feminine state, and this is very attractive. So, and like the thing is, like, a lot of guys just, like, they don't really do anything. Like, they might have a job, they might come home, they might watch some TV, they might do this, but they're not really on an intentional purpose with their life. They're not really intentional about their life. And this is a big problem, because if you're not intentional, then she's going to ask you, like, so what are your big goals? And if you have nothing to say, then that's a big problem. Because, like I said, women like a man who is about something, who is talking about something, a man who is passionate about something, a man who can tell her something and get goosebumps just by him talking about it. So yeah, I mean, like, it would be in your best interest to have something going for yourself in order for full attraction to blossom, in order for the male and woman to submit to their roles. Because like I said, if you live a purposeless, if your life isn't really purposeful and it's purposeless, then it's just going to be harder for you to act the masculine role. And if the masculine role isn't fulfilled, then it's going to be harder for her to submit to you. She's going to look at you more as a friend, and she's going to look for somebody else who can give her that antidote, that thing that she craves. The thing that she secretly craves is for her to be full feminine around you, her to exuberate feminine energy fully around you. But I mean, this is hard because not all men are fully masculine. There's two types of. Everyone has their alpha side and their beta side, but a lot of guys show their beta side way too often. And there has to be a big balance, because you can't be full alpha all the time. At the beginning, you're gonna have to show some reason why, like, you want her. You have to have some sort of pursuit in the beginning, because if you're just too egotistical and you don't even go up and talk to her, even if she denies you the first time, or maybe she makes it a little bit harder to get, then it'll be in your best interest to probably look for somebody else, or just to be a lot more in tune with yourself. Because, like, the first sign is she shows resistance. A lot of guys might just go in their feelings. They just might be in their feelings, and then it never really works out. So yeah, when you go on semen retention, all of these don't, you become a full masculine, full stack man, and this is a lot easier to attract the type of woman, the type of really attractive women who you want to have full submission over, if that's really what you want. And this just makes it a lot easier. Also, your habits play a big part of this, because if you don't do anything, let's say if you don't do anything that makes you light up inside, then your life is going to be very dull, and then you're going to bring that dullness to her. You're going to bring dullness to the conversation, and it just won't work as well. So I mean, it'd be in your best interest to change your habits. Change your habits to something that you can believe in, and then she'll believe in you. So yeah, if that video made sense, like the video, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.